Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making this stylish waist tiny strap dress. Do stay tuned and let me take you through the process. For this dress we'll be making use of our pattern paper, our fabric, that's 2.5 yards of crepe, and my invisible zipper. I'll also be making use of my tools and bias tape. In my previous video, I made a tutorial on a basic bodice, how to draft that. So I'm going to take that basic bodice and redraft it on a new pattern paper. Then I'll start my alterations. By first of all, knowing my top length, okay? When I mark out my top length, which will be 24, then I'll do just that.
Words spoken, torn apart, shattered pieces, broken hearts. Love blooms now, wither away. Leave nothing for display.
Now I'm done securing that. Next thing I'll do is to make a contour for my hip dip. Okay, I'm going out by 1 inches to make space for my hip dip. I'll rule that directly to the waistline. Okay, now I'll go ahead and cut it out, both my dart leg. After cutting that, I'll fold my bust dart in order to help me contour my over bust dart.
Heart pieces can't retain. Time will.
After I'm done folding, the next thing I'll do, if you will see, the lines did not blend well, so I'm going to blend it from the armhole down to the under bust or waistline. It depends. Now the line are all straightened out. I'll use my tape to secure the bust dart firmly.
The pain never eases. The heart will never cease. Though the pain never eases.
Okay, next thing is to know where your over bust will be. My dress will be stopping at exactly 7 inches from the top, so I'm going to open that out, but I will not cut through, because once I fold that in, the line will not blend well. So I had to fold it in order to blend the line straight, so that after sewing it will all correspond. Okay, so that I won't have any shortage. So after I've done that, I'll go ahead now and cut out the dart. Okay, as you can see, I folded them together in order to cut it out, because there is few inches there that I would have missed if I had not did that contour. Then I'll go ahead and label it. Once I'm done labeling, I'll go ahead and remove those darts that is remaining. Then for the back, I'll measure out my top length, which will be 2 inches shorter than the front. So for my back waist hip contour, for the hip, not contour, hip adjustment for the hip dip, I'm going to add extra pattern paper in order to add my 1 inches down. So after I've added it, I'll go ahead and mark out my 1 inches and redraw it. Then I'll go ahead and cut that out. Then my back is ready. I'll go ahead with the alterations. My off shoulder dress is 7 inches, which I marked down. So I will also do a little bit contour of my back dart. Okay, you can see I just did 0.25 inches on both sides, and I'll cut that out and trim. And as you can see as well, I went ahead to fold them together to blend it. If you don't do this, guys, you always have shortage whenever you're making your dress. Don't forget labeling, please. Label your pattern draft very well, okay, so that you don't get confused along the line. As you can see, I'm doing all the that is needed to be done. So I'm gonna head to cut out, place it on my fabric and then cut it out. Next thing I'll do is to join my two darts together. Okay, now here I'm done joining it together. I went ahead to iron it very well. Okay, it's because this dress is a bit dark, that's why you didn't see the contour very well. Then for the back, I'll use my zip to hold it together. That will be after joining the two sides with the darts. I've sewn the darts together and now join the two sides. Okay, I'll go ahead and pin my zipper and join them and come back. I have joined the zipper together. Is looking neat and invisible, just like the name. You won't even see it. So the front and the back now will be joined together. All right, I'm gonna head to pin it the way I will be sewing it. Then after sewing it, I'll mark out my two inches allowance that I added when cutting it. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and sew it. Okay, how it's looking so far. So for the gathers, I don't want to drape it on my body, so the easiest method is mark at the dart leg, mark 2 inches up on the both dart legs, at the four of them, 2 at the front, 2 at the back. Then for the center front, you join it to the waist line, just like I'm doing. Then for the center front, you go up by 1 inch from the M line. Do same to the back, 1 inch at the center, 2 inches at both that. Then connect it to your waist line. Okay, now after that you have to go measure it round, starting from your center back, from the zip line. Measure it to know the length of how your gathers will stop. So here is 43 inches. Okay, I'm going to double that because I'll be doing gathers. So this 43 inches will be 86. If you have excess material, you can go ahead and make it triple. Okay, so since the length of my gown is 44 and I've already taken out 24 from the top length, so I'll measure out the remaining one, go ahead and join them together. Then I'll go to the machine and sew them together, and then sew my gathers. For gathers, set your machine at number 5. This is me sewing it here. After sewing it now, I'll go ahead and drag it together to form the gathers. Okay, so
Words spoken, torn apart, shattered pieces, broken hearts. Love blooms now wither.
this is the end result of the gathers. Next, I'll go ahead and pin it to my upper bodice. Okay, so if it's not complete to that 43 inches, we doubled it. All right, so once you double it and gather it, you have to make the length to be 43. okay, plus extra 1 inches of joining it together on both ends after you are done pinning it to your upper bodies. Okay, you have to make the necessary adjustment to fit. Now, normally you should place it on the right side, but if you are not doing visible edges, like me, I'm doing invisible edges, so I have to turn it to the wrong side and then pin all round.
Heartbreak remains the same.
This is what we have after I've done ahead to sew it. For the straps, my off shoulder is 7 inches, so the front and back is 14 inches plus half inch on both ends for joining. If there is excess, you have to trim it off. Normally I always leave excess should there be need for it. Now, to join it, I go off 1 inches away from my dart line. Okay, and I'll pin it there. I'm not going to join it now. I'll go ahead and do same for the other side. I'll do same for both the back as well. Now, when I'm done pinning it together, I'll go ahead and bring my bias to sew on top of it. I'm doing invisible finishing. I don't want the mouth. I don't want to, after sewing, I'll now do it. So I've gotten my bias now to do it. The M line as well, I'm going to sew the M line, and here is the final result, guys. Okay, this is it, what I aimed for, and I got it very well. This is the last result. As you can see, this is the finishing. Okay, there is no visible line of where I joined the straps to the body. Trim off all excesses that is inside. Okay,